Welcome to the ultimate Porto travel guide. If you're planning to visit Porto in 2025, this video covers all the must-visit attractions and hidden gems in Portugal's second-largest city. From the best Porto travel tips to iconic Porto photography spots, I'll show you everything you need for the perfect Porto itinerary. Porto has thrived through trade since the Romans established a fortress here in their colony of Portus. In the 11th century, the city quickly expelled the Moors and benefited by supplying crusaders on their way to the Holy Land. Today, Porto, Portugal, attractions blend industry with charm, which earned it the designation as European Capital of Culture in 2001. Our Porto walking tour begins in the stunning Ribeira district, one of the top things to do in Porto. This UNESCO World Heritage waterfront area is a maze of winding narrow streets and atmospheric arcades. Behind pastel-colored facades, many showing faded splendor, a working population makes their living while gossiping through open windows in colorful street scenes. The Porto Ribeira district offers the best views in Porto, plus countless pubs, cafes, trendy shops, and restaurants. This is definitely one of the essential Porto photography spots you can't miss. Just across the Dom Luís I bridge from Porto lies Vila Nova de Gaia, the heart of Porto wine tasting. Despite its proximity to Porto, Vila Nova de Gaia is an independent city. In the 12th century, Alfonso III created a rival port here in disagreement with the Bishop of Porto over shipping fees. Vila Nova de Gaia has been the center of Portugal's port wine activity ever since, with around 50 port wine cellars located here. This is where you'll experience the best Porto wine tasting tours, essential for any Porto food tour. The Porto Cathedral Tour takes you to one of Porto's most important landmarks. Built as a fortified church in the 12th and 13th centuries, it's been modified several times. The exquisite rose window on the west facade is an original 13th century piece. Don't miss the modest chapel to the left of the presbytery, housing a gleaming silver altarpiece saved from French invasion forces in 1809 by a hastily built plaster wall. The south transept provides access to 14th century cloisters and the chapel of São Vicente, with 18th century tile panels depicting the life of the Virgin and Ovid's metamorphoses. The Episcopal Palace served as the bishop's palace until the siege of Porto in 1832, when the bishop evacuated the city. During the Civil War, Pedro IV's army used the palace as a fortress in their war against Miguel I. Between 1916 and 1956, the building also served as Porto's City Hall headquarters, an important piece of Porto's historical attractions. This hidden gem showcases the former residence of Guerra Junqueiro, a Republican poet and politician. It's an 18th century Baroque jewel designed by Nicolau Nassoni, whose structures can be found throughout the city. Inside, you'll find pieces from the poet's private collection, including rare ceramics, Portuguese furniture, Flemish tapestries, and a remarkable pair of English alabaster sculptures. This is one of Porto's best hidden gems that many visitors miss. Perfect for families visiting Porto, this interactive museum is located in the city center. World of Discovery's 20 themed areas tell Portugal's story, including the country's pioneering maritime achievements in the 15th and 16th centuries. It's one of the top Porto attractions for those traveling with children and wanting to learn about Portuguese history. São Bento Station azulejos make this one of Porto's most photographed locations. Built in Beaux Arts style between 1900 and 1916, the imposing entrance hall walls are a feast of traditional Portuguese tiles. The station was decorated with 20,000 colored azulejos depicting themes like rural celebrations, traditional transportation, and historical events such as the Portuguese conquest of Ceuta by artist Jorge Colazzo. The entrance hall alone is worth visiting this station, which also serves as the starting point for the Douro Line train excursion through the Douro Valley's terraced vineyards. In 1842, city merchants established the stock exchange, or Bolsa, where the São Francisco monastery once stood. look for the old trading floor, Patio das Nações, bordered with flags of all countries that previously traded with the exchange. The Palácio da Bolsa operated until 1990 when it merged with the Lisbon Stock Exchange. This is one of Porto's most elegant Portugal attractions, showcasing the city's commercial heritage. Italian architect Niccolò Nasoni erected this iconic church atop a hill in the 18th century. The imposing Clérigos Tower Porto, which complemented his design, remains one of Portugal's tallest buildings at 75 meters high. The 240-step climb is worth it for spectacular views of the river, Ribeira, and Douro Valley, offering some of the best views in Porto for your Porto photography spots collection. The Lello brothers created this gorgeous bookstore in 1906, commissioning engineer Francisco Javier Esteves to build a manor house for their limited edition books. While always filled with locals, Livraria Lello Bookstore Porto became a major tourist destination because author J.K. Rowling supposedly drew inspiration from its neo-Gothic interior, with its gallery, stained glass ceiling panels, and curved double staircase, when writing Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Porto's Crystal Palace began in 1861, inspired by London's Crystal Palace from the Great Exhibition of 1851. The original steel and glass construction was rebuilt in the 1950s with the Rosa Mota Pavilion. The gardens themselves are the main attraction here, a genuinely charming area for strolling, with peacocks wandering the lawn, linden tree avenues, a rose garden with fountains, and beautiful river views, perfect for a relaxing break during your Porto sightseeing. Casa da Música Porto represents the beating heart of Porto's cultural scene and home to the Porto National Orchestra. Dutch architect Rem Koolhaas's crystalline sculpture, the crown jewel of the city's 2001 European Capital of Culture designation, shocked the musical world. The twisted parallelepiped hides a shoebox-style performance hall with some of the world's best acoustics. This magnificent cultural establishment contains museums, a palace, and extensive grounds. The Contemporary Art Museum, a surprisingly minimalist whitewashed facility created by renowned Porto-based architect Álvaro Siza Vieira, displays cutting-edge exhibitions plus a magnificent permanent collection spanning works from the late 1960s to present. The charming pink Serralves house, designed by French architect Charles Siclis, exemplifies Art Deco architecture. The museums sit within the beautiful 18-hectare Serralves Park, featuring water lily ponds, rose gardens, formal fountains, and whimsical touches like a bright red giant pruning shears sculpture. Porto is designed for walking, and you never know where those steps or hidden alleyways will lead you. The relaxed atmosphere, ridiculously magnificent views, and always friendly residents make this a very easy place to love. Don't forget to try the famous francesinha sandwich Porto is known for, explore Porto's vibrant street art scene, and experience the incredible Porto nightlife. Porto constantly offers energetic nightlife, magnificent dining, wine tasting, street art, cutting-edge design, and ocean views that will always lift your spirits.